I know a lot of you may think that I started YouTube, what, about 3 years ago? Well, contrary to popular belief, I actually started YouTube back about, well, 2007, I think it was, is when I got on YouTube and started posting videos. Tonight I'm going to share a little bit of those videos with you. The bad thing about it, I can't share the whole video because they got so much copyrighted music in them that I can't really do that. So you're just going to have to understand. I'm probably going to have to overlay a little bit of newer kind of non-copyrighted music, if you will. But I wanted to share with you guys kind of where I came from, some of the stuff that we used to do. I mean, this stuff's beginning to be vintage now, this footage that I'm about to show you. I look at myself and I realize, wow, how much I have aged, you know, and everybody around me as well, and all the cool cars that we used to have. Let me give you a quick history lesson. We're gonna go back to 2002 when I first started my Mustang club, which is PFO Mustangs. Well, back in the day, myself and a couple other friends, Keith Elder, Ben Hobby, we were all sitting around, and I decided we needed to have a club, right? I wanted to have a way that all of the Mustang guys could get together. So we put our heads together and we come up with PFO Mustangs. And basically what that stands for is Pro 50 Mustangs. If you guys don't know, Pro 50 used to be a class that Mustangs raced in, and it was just awesome. It was an awesome class, had some really fast cars back in the day. So we had the Pro 50 shifter, so it was just fitting. So it was PFO Mustangs. Every once in a while we will still have a meet. So what I'm gonna do is take you way, way back to whenever I first started YouTube, and I'm gonna show you some of the videos. Some of them are pretty cringy, guys. And remember, I'm gonna have to take some of the music out. But it was cool nonetheless, though. It's cool to look back on. So you're gonna see a red 03 Cobra in the video. That's the one we call Bad Apple. In that particular video, pretty much in all of these videos, that car was just pulleyed. Now, eventually it had a 3.4 Whipple on it and some other stuff. So it was a pretty quick car. Then you're gonna see the blue 03 Cobra, which was Hunter Johnson's car. We called that one Papa Smurf. It was pretty much just pulleyed as well in the videos. Later on, it did have a 2.3 Whipple on it. And let's see, you'll see my white coupe with a big hood scoop on it, a snorkel hood scoop. That was one of my cars that I bought, painted. It was just a race car, but honestly, it wasn't ever that fast, so I don't even know why it was a race car. You'll see a black convertible with a tan top. That was my car. You'll see the white Mustang, the white Fox body that's in this video is actually the car that's in my old intro. He's kept this car. That's a buddy of mine, Ben Hobbies. He's kept this car ever since around 2007, 2008. He bought this car and ended up turning it into his race car. And it's more beautiful now than it ever was then. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to these videos. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead, leave you with this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Future me here. This did not work out like I had hoped. I really hoped that this video was gonna be cool. I was gonna be able to at least use some of the audio, but every bit of the footage that I had literally had copyrighted music all over the top of it. I don't have the original files anymore, so I had to go in after hours of editing. I uploaded this thing and it spit it back. So it was gonna hit me with a copyright strike. So guys, rather than scrap the whole thing, I just went in, overlaid some music, so it's really not the same. But regardless of that, I hope you guys enjoy it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the video.
Got my eyes on the end of the road. This moment is yours, and I'm giving my all. I got a mile more, and when time is not yours, you take one step at a time, one step and it's mine. This shit I die for. Everyone I die for. Everyone that died for. My friends, my fam, my brother, my sisters, everyone that gave their life for. All I got are the memories, and all I got is a breath of me. So through me you live on. This is my reveille. You know me, then you know me. I'ma take it to the top. Heartbeats inside my chest, and every breath is all I got. And you know. But just in case you forgot, now Weapons hot like an oven, we ready, let's start the punishment. Yelling out, fuck 'em, we got no time for the games. That 50 will make it rain, we twisted just like a braid, and we looking to make a name. 1 kill, 2 shots, we'll put them all in the grave. You heard they wanted some freedom, get your freedom today. People saying we crazy, there's something wrong with our brains. It must be that PTSD, that TBI is a pain. You know, we're not the one, you know, we're number one. We serve it just how you want it, 240s know how to dump. I live and breathe for this life, running deep in my veins. And now I don't give a fuck if it's making me look insane. No, I never did it for you, I did it for them. I did it for the person standing on my right and my left. And this is the only way I could represent for my vets. Living with no regrets, I fucking do it again. Round up, everybody mount up. Rack it, back. Bold action. Round up, everybody mount up. Rack it, back. Bo Jackson. Rack it, back. Bold action. Rack it, back. Bo Jackson. Rack it, back. Bold action. Rack it, Rack it, back. I only feel like myself when I'm out of my mind. Rack it, back. I'm not sorry, we are not equal. Love and war, nothing here's legal. Let's get it out now, there won't be a sequel. To the next guy, my karma is lethal. I didn't put the time.
No one does.
So this is one of the first videos that I ever made for PFO. And as you can see, you got Papa Smurf, you got Bad Apple right here. We were always meeting up in the parking lot trying to get a race up. So every weekend we were racing. And guys, this was around 2007, 2008, somewhere in there. And this is myself and Hunter. So this is Bad Apple and Papa Smurf. Look how skinny I was with a bald head. That's Hunter right there, and Keith and Ben in the background. That's my buddy Cullen. So this was our mega meet. We had a pretty large turnout on this meet right here, guys. Yeah, we ended up with a really big turnout. I think we had over 60 something cars that day on that cruise. So that was a pretty big deal. It was awesome. All kinds of cars. We had Corvettes and all sorts of cars that showed up for the meets. You can see that whole line of traffic was all us. Fun times. This is me just cleaning on my wheels. That's Jonate and Hunter right there. And this was at my buddy Ray's house. So this was when it all started for Ben's car. You can see Ben right there. Basically pulled the engine out, built a new engine, put it in this car, and that's pretty much the birth of what that car is today, which is a very, very, very fast, competitive 8.2 deck car. And this was right after I got the 3.4 Whipple. I was one of the first ones to actually have one of those. Took it down to Triple X Motorsports in Pensacola, and Brad Baxter there, he tuned the car for me. So you're going to see a couple runs there. This was me making a pass on the car out in front of Hunter's house. The car was really quick, guys, really quick. Car ended up making 622 to the tires, so it was kind of hurt. And here you can see my old notch. This car ran like high sevens on motor and had, I think, 100 shot on it, but I kind of kept messing with it, ended up making it slower, believe it or not. Should have just kept my hands off of it, but for whatever reason, the car just never really seemed to run as good as it did whenever I first got it. So imagine that. And I actually got my ass handed to me by a Lightning. Thing ran in the high fives. This particular pass, I think he ran a 620. So here are the numbers right here. Car made 622, stock bottom end, so on 22 pounds. So it should have made more than that, really. We didn't know it at the time, but this was pretty much the end of PFO and all of our meets and our cruises. This was it. This is our trip down to Pensacola. It was basically just a recap video of the past few years of us just really kind of going out every weekend having fun. That was John and his Terminator. There's Jeremy again with his 347 Stroker Fox. That thing was so nice. He still got that car, as a matter of fact. Keith, there was a big joke about that part right there. But you guys can't hear it because I had to cut the audio out. Jeremy had some issues that night with his transmission. Little did we know that would be the last time he ever drove that car. And that's my stepbrother. We're putting a transmission in his car. That's actually Keith's son right there, and he's in the military now. So it shows you just how old this video is. Coming up here, this was the trip down to Pensacola. We were going over the bridge, and it was just a beautiful sight to look back in your mirror and see all these cars. That's my buddy House right there. He come down from Atlanta. That's Bobby cooking up some grub. We were in, I think, Montgomery that day, Montgomery, Alabama, doing some racing. There's the old 3.4 Whipple. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share this with you. I figured I'd give you a little bit of a voiceover, a little commentary to let you know what's going on. A lot of these cars right here were members' cars that I would always try to throw in. Now, that is my 67 coupe that we have. So that's a legit picture of that car. We were at some point going to restore that thing, but as you can see, we chose to do the 65 Fastback instead. That's Fox Rod's old car. That was a very quick car right there. And myself and Hunter once again. That's actually Joe Nate's car right there. He had that, ended up with a blower on it. That car was pretty quick. My buddy Bobby's car, his little notch. And that's Ben and Joe Nate right there. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, wrap this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, thanks for watching.